We talked about these storms converging. This is what happens.
CC drop here. I'm almost afraid to do this. Oh my gosh. Y'all, if y'all are religious, you need to say a prayer for the town of Webberville.
The first storm of the day that caught our eye happened just to the north of the Grand Rapids metro area, in particular from Wright to Rockford. Each storm in this line that I have highlighted here carries a hook. A hook is indicative that a supercell is either forming or has formed already. The supercells at this point in time were not surface-based, meaning that there was not going to be a wind or a tornado threat. If you look on radar, we have this line we highlighted moving to the southeast, and also a line near Grand Haven Robinson moving due east. Noticing that, Joel pointed out on our live stream that we could have some convergence there, meaning we could have a few different funny things happen.
Storm had due east at Coopersville and that hook coming down from the northwest. Watch out where those two combine. Could see some spin up there.
These storms that like to congeal, like this storm right here near Coopersville, Allendale, as that moves east, it's going to congeal with this storm up here by Ravenna. When that does happen, we call it convergence, and we'll have to see if anything funny happens, because we can get some funny things happening when that happens. So, we talked about these storms converging. This is what happens. That is indicative of some rotation.
Running radar on a day like this was very stressful at times, but we also had plenty of warning. We knew that when storms converged, we could get some type of spin up happen, and that's exactly what happened. It was well predicted and well forecasted, but honestly, I didn't expect it to happen this quick. So here's where things get interesting. This is where I realized we could have a tornado on the ground at this point. I was unsure looking at this because if you look on the left, that blue ball doesn't really line up with the radar on the right. That's because the radar on the right was 3 minutes behind, and I had to verify that before I called it out, because often we get these CC drops where you see debris on radar that actually do not line up with the velocity. It's what we call clear air. When I got the new scan, it was pretty evident we had a tornado on the ground.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna double check this, just because this is a 820 scan on the left, and this is an 817 scan. Up there you go. Tornado on the ground. That is a tornado on the ground north of Comstock Park. We do have the velocity on the right, indicating very strong rotation just north of Comstock Park. The CC has just gotten a little bit bigger, a little bit deeper.
Tornado warning, tornado warning.
Tornado warning now for Grand Rapids. Kent County tornado warning. You are now under the warning. This could be on the ground for a few more scans here. We'll track it here. It's been on the ground at least. Oh, look at that. Check that out. This is actually getting stronger, moving due east now. Due east. So Northview, Rockford.
The details of this tornado were an EF-1 rated with 110 mile/hour wind, so a high-end EF-1. It was on the ground for about 8.5 miles, and the max width was about a football field wide at 100 yards. There were no injuries or deaths reported. It touched down at Peach Avenue Ridge and 6 Mile, and it ended just before hitting Rockford High School. All photos you are seeing here are courtesy of the NWS survey from Grand Rapids. You can visit their website and find all the information there as well.
We're getting a lot of interesting velocities everywhere within the state today, so it's going to be hard to keep track of them all, and we'll put it that way.
Tornado warning, Lansing.
Nope, destructive severe thunderstorm warning for Lansing.
Oh my goodness.
Destructive severe warnings are issued when a storm exceeds 80 mile/hour winds or hail larger than 2 inches. When these warnings do get issued, alerts will sound on your phone, and also some communities will sound their tornado sirens.
Oh yeah, check this out. Check out the winds here heading into Lansing. Look at this.
Oh my gosh. Look at that.
We're talking winds. We're talking winds 106 miles per hour, 2,000 feet off the surface. 106, again 108, Wow.
Clarifying this further, sometimes when we're further away from the radar beam is up in the higher ends of the atmosphere. In this particular case, these winds were at over 100 miles per hour. We're showing at 2,000 feet in the atmosphere. On the surface, we only had between 70 and 80 mile per hour winds, which is still significant.
Here we also have, look at this, over here by Mason.
This rotation you see here with the green and reds on the right side of your screen, that is the beginning of the storm that produced the Webberville EF-2 tornado.
Yeah, I saw that. It's just everywhere. Well, this is the parameters verifying is what it's doing.
As the storm moved through Lansing, our chaser Joel Fritzma was in Holt on the southeast side of Lansing, in position to intercept the severe winds. Also in the video you can hear tornado sirens sounding from the destructive severe warning that was issued.
We're from Williamston, Dansville, Mason, Holt, Lansing, in your safe place right now. There is some rotation showing up on radar near Holt, heading in toward the Williamston, Dansville area. We'll go ahead and track that. Again, this is a severe thunderstorm warning, which is destructive tag, meaning winds are over 80 miles per hour with this storm. So guys, get in your safe place right now if you are in Eaton and Ingham counties, especially in greater Lansing area. These winds on radar are showing up 117 miles per hour now.
What you're about to see are highlights from our stream tracking this tornado through Webberville.
Oh my goodness.
That's on the ground, Sean.
Christopher Tobias is on it. It's head
I know.
from Webberville.
So as you guys can see here, radar scope is showing that there's 125 mile an hour winds potentially with that right now, where there could be a tornado trying to drop. That is insane. I have never seen a velocity scan like that in Michigan. Yep, CC drop. Why is it not warned?
I think it just did. Jackson County severe warning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's on the ground, guys. 96.
Okay.
I have 4 bars and nothing I can do.
It's fine. If you guys are in the Webberville or Conway Township or Fowlerville area, you need to be taking shelter. This is unwarned right now. That doesn't mean it's not going to be unwarned, but that should have a tornado warning on it. You need to be taking shelter at this point in time. Regardless of whether it's a tornado or not, there are extremely strong winds. Let's see if we go back to our velocity here. Right now I'm the only one and I have to look at radar, so I cannot see comments. I apologize. So right now, right over I-196, we're looking at potential 199, 125 radar estimated winds. If you are in Webberville, this is not a joke. This is not a drill. You guys need to be in your bathtub. You need to be in the furthest most inland room of your house. You need to be in shelter now if you are in the Webberville area. This is a very strong and violent tornado. I am assuming, again, I am not there. I'm just going by what the data tells me. This is a very serious situation. You need to be taking shelter now. We're just going to look at the CC drop here. I'm almost afraid to do this. Oh my gosh. Y'all, if y'all are religious, you need to say a prayer for the town of Webberville. Oh my gosh.
This tornado was on the ground for 12 miles and also 12 minutes as it crossed from Williamston, south of Webberville, toward Fowlerville. Here are some of the damage pictures and videos that we've compiled from the area. Additional information on this tornado include the fact that it was 500 yards wide, also claiming one person's life who was driving on the highway at the time of the tornado. Our sincere thoughts and prayers are with the people of Ingham County, Livingston County, those affected by the tornado, and those who lost a loved one on this day.